All right, some easy things to do to keep tenants happy. I'm also like turning a negative into a positive, right? Negative being, I don't know, something breaks, right? Like let's say you get a maintenance request and you got like a leaky shower in their bedroom and a unit, right? And it's annoying. And not just that, but they pay the water. And it's annoying in two phases. One, when they go to sleep, it's like water torture because it just keeps dripping. And second is it actually affects them because, you know, they have to pay for the water. So, with everything, I think just in a general keep tenants happy thing is try to fix everything as soon as possible, right? Sometimes 24 hours isn't, you know, it's not an emergency, but I think 48 hours is not out of the ordinary as long as it's not something like ridiculous, right? But even if it is their own fault, you still try to fix it as soon as possible, right? Excuse me. But here's what we do, right? So we go in there, we fix it right away, we make sure it's good. Sometimes the repairs that you do aren't good for some reason, maybe you put in a bad part or whatever, right? But pretty much after every service call, let's call it, property manager calls the tenant 1 or 2 days after. Usually, sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. But we call and we just follow up on the repair. Be like, hey, Mr. Tenant, how was the repair? Is it fixed? Is everything good? Is there anything else that needs attention? And they're either gonna say, yes, it's good, thank you so much, really appreciate it, or no, it's not, right? And then you go correct it. And then we kind of take it a step further and we ask, you know, did the maintenance person clean up after themselves? Did they, you know, kind of make sure that we keep up to a higher standard? And then after all those questions, we ask, hey, is there maybe anything that we could have done to handle this better? And most of the time they'll be like, no, thank you so much for fixing it, I really appreciate it. And that's that, right? So that is really simple stuff, but a lot of landlords, property managers, all these, they don't handle things this way. And when you don't handle things this way, you end up with a house that, or an apartment or whatever, that has like 10 things wrong with it, right? The water's dripping here, the plug doesn't work there, this doesn't work there, that doesn't work there, right? So you have all this stuff that's wrong with the place. And all of these things add, it's aggravating, right? When you're a tenant and you pay whatever you pay a month and you move in and all the stuff's working, and now you've been living there for a year or two and now it's not, and you've asked to have it fixed and it doesn't, that tenant's most likely just gonna move out, right? Because they can see that you don't care about them or the property. If you fix everything, you keep the place nice, it helps with keeping the tenants happy, showing that you care about them and the property, and showing that you want them to be happy. Therefore, you get a longer tenant. And usually the highest cost is turn costs. So, in summary, it's kind of got a little long-winded. We're just going to talk about how we handle maintenance requests. But in summary, when something breaks, fix it right away. Make sure the tenant's happy. Make sure there's nothing else wrong. And that will all equal having tenants for a longer period of time and improving your cash flow substantially. So, hope this video helped and hope you have a great night.